Hi everybody. Let me quickly make sure that this is going over to, I'm in the event and I'm in the right spot. Facebook has been acting a little wonky lately, so I just want to make sure I am where I'm supposed to be. I am, but I want to make sure it's also coming up live in our, yes, I am live in the VIP group. Okay, so tonight we are actually going to be talking about Club Couture. Club Couture is Chalk Couture's subscription box. It is a flat rate, you have a flat rate shipping, you have free shipping on your monthly kit, you get a transfer and 3 paste singles. Our paste singles look like this. You get 3 of these. This month's are Black Velvet, which I have the jars here, Shimmer, Copper, and Ocean Mist. Those are the colors that it comes with. Now, of course, you can always change out the colors. You can add different colors in. I am doing different colors, so I will use the palette pack, or not palette pack, but I will add the palettes, the singles. I keep saying palettes. I'll add the singles of the colors that I'm going to use into the cart link. You can take them out. You do have to be a club member to get this transfer. It is exclusively only for club members. You cannot buy this on the Chalk site. I get an actual transfer for being a designer so I can demo it for you, but I don't get all the perks that Club gets. I don't get the flat rate shipping. I don't get the deals that Club, almost every single month Club gets a deal, and it's exclusively for club members. This month it is, if you spend $100 on the Chalk site, you get Creative Kickstart. That's for everybody. Now, if you're a club member, you also get paste singles to go with that Creative Kickstart. So you will have basically a upgraded kit is what your bonus is this month. Almost every single month, Club, like I said, has an exclusive deal. I have a club chat that I put my club members in, so I can let you guys know if I have any promotions going for you or anything like that. I will put in at the top of this video the link to join Club so you can look into it a little bit more. Of course, if you have questions, please reach out to me. And the cart link and all of the extra stuff we used here today. The surface we are using is no longer available. This is a retired surface, which means it is gone. I love the surface, but they do have surfaces like this at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, other craft stores, online, however you want to do it. This is a reusable surface. Now I'm going to tell you guys this. Not all surfaces are created equal. So if you buy a chalk board from a different place like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, wherever, Dollar Tree, and you want to scrape and redo, more than likely it's not going to come off properly because Chalk Couture products are designed for our transfers and our paste. Now, however, I have had some luck with them, and I don't leave them on for a super long period of time. So there's, pros and cons to both. This design, like I said, this surface is no longer available. We do have box frames. We have lots of different surfaces, and of course you can always do a found surface, which your club kit does not come with the surface. But if you decide you want to buy a surface, you have a flat rate shipping. Your shipping is actually cheaper than my shipping. And so that is a huge bonus to be a club member. I know this last year it went up by, I want to say it went up by like $4 or $5. Cost of everything went up, of course. It was the first increase on Club since the beginning of Chalk, which we are 5 years young. So there's that. All right, guys, we're going to get started. I'm going to move you guys down. Of course, like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Sometimes I can see them, sometimes I can't. So January's Club, it will actually tell you down here, 2023 Club Couture, and I'll say January Club Couture. Okay, so, and it says stay in. So you know that that is a club exclusive. I have used this one already once. I always write January, the year, the day, or the month, the year, and then Club Couture. And then I always do my dash mark. So I'm just going to do another dash mark. There's plenty of life in these transfers. And you can use this so many different ways. You can use this on clothing. I don't know why you would use this personal one on clothes, but I guess you could do the stay in as a new going out. That would kind of be cute on a pair of pajamas. I don't know that I would put the houses, but that's just my own personal take on it. You could do whatever you want. And you can use the same transfer for paste and ink. However, Club Couture only comes with paste. So if you want ink, all you can get ink in is our jars. And all ink is the same cost, even our shimmers. Paste, shimmers are a little bit more. Just an FYI, so if you've never bought anything or you've never used any Chalk Couture products before, that you're not shocked and thinking, wait, why is this shimmer more expensive? However, when you get a shimmer in your club kit, the cost does not change. It stays the same. So that's a bonus. But you're only getting singles, which are singles. They say, I'm sorry guys, I got wood on my cousin clock. They say we'll do an average of 3 of this size transfers. Now, of course, it depends on how thick you go. It depends on how much silk screen. But I've used 1 paste packet on 11 different projects. So there is that. It also depends on the size, because a lot of them were A size transfers. This one is super sticky. Oops. Our new transfers, which I have some coming, they should be here in the next couple days. I was hoping they'd be here sooner, but everything takes forever to get anywhere, right? Are actually a different transfer. See, this transfer itself is not see-through. I mean, you can see through it if you put it up to the light. Our other ones are more transparent, but you still get the great quality and the 8 to 12 uses, sometimes more depending on how many or how well you take care of your transfer. I always tell people clean them before they sit for too long. You don't want to let them soak in water either, because that will take the stickiness off. And some things like that can happen. I have seen some transfers where they get maybe 2 or 3 uses out of them, but Chalk guarantees 8 to 12. If you have a problem with your transfer, you can always reach out to Chalk and they will replace it, even if it is a club transfer, as long as the club transfer is still in stock. So like I said, if you have any questions about club, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. You can reach out to me personally, however you want to do it. But I will do the cart link on all of the extra stuff we've used here today. All club members, first club order, now get a mini squeegee that come along with your club transfer. And so you basically will have everything to go minus like your fuzzing cloth, things like that, which you can always order. And then if you fall in love with Chalk and you want to switch to designer, it is super easy to do that from being a club member also. Just an FYI. And you will still get the club transfer. You just won't get all of the extra perks. I like to try and tell people that because I don't want you to be shocked or surprised. I like to try and be as transparent as possible. So if you have any questions and you feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask that, please feel free to ask, okay? Also, you can tell that this one has been sitting for a while. This is a Sylvie. This is an old surface. Now, I know that I have actually seen frames like this at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. You can also, we always say you can chalk on anything that sits still long enough. You can chalk on walls. It's a little bit weird on how it comes back off, but you can do it. You can chalk on canvas. You can chalk on wood. You can chalk on t-shirts. You can chalk on textiles. There's so many different things that you can chalk on. If you're a little scared and you're like, I don't want to chalk on anything big, I've never done this before, we do have samples that you can buy. They're not free samples. They're samples that you can buy and you can test to see if this is something that you would love to do. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all of the words in bright white. We're going to pull it up. We're going to dry it and then we're going to lay it back down. We're going to do 2 houses in gray and a little house in Ocean Mist. We're using one of the colors that comes in the kit. Now, of course, like I said, I'm going to put all of these paste packets in this cart link. And of course, you can always add to or take away from the cart link. I also always ask if you will round up with Watts of Love. Watts of Love is our nonprofit organization that Chalk has teamed up with, and we help give lights to countries who either have lost power due to a storm like a hurricane or tornadoes like here in the US, or they help people in like third world countries. And it is an amazing, amazing organization. I've actually got to meet the founder multiple times, and then I got to actually stay in her vacation home. I won an incentive through my company to stay in her vacation home with a bunch of other chalk designers, and it was so much fun. It was just like a big girls trip, and she's the sweetest and very, very passionate about what she does. And there's more information about Watts of Love at wattsoflove.org, or at the bottom of my chalk site when you log on. Again, if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out. Now, what I'm using is a quick dry tool. This is a new tool that was launched, I want to say it was last year. And this is super, super awesome for drying any chalk project really quickly. You just want to make sure the surface is back to room temp, because if you go to sit your transfer down and it's hot, it'll mess up your transfer. Now, you can use a hair dryer, or you can let it air dry, whichever you want. It is up to you. Now I'm just trying to line this back up. All right, so we're going to do these ones in gray. And because we're doing this so close to this littler house, I'm actually going to put some placement tape down. I normally don't use placement tape. I've got the technique down pretty well that I don't have to. But I'm going to, because I'm talking to everybody. And when I'm talking and not paying attention, that's when mistakes end up happening. And I chalk where I don't want it. Now, however, this is a reusable surface, so I could always just scrape it off and redo it if I wanted to. I'm just going to do it like that, because I'm not going to get anywhere near that. All right, so we are going to grab the gray. Now, this is called Storm. This is actually one of my favorite colors of the grays. We don't have a lot of our grays anymore. This is the gray that we have. It's just a really pretty dark gray. And I like neutral tones. I felt like the black and this in the shimmer copper, although I do love them, just weren't neutral enough. So if I were to give this to somebody, it's not really going to go with their decor necessarily, unless that's in the color of their decor. I just know that if I was going to put this up in my house, which honestly it probably will go up, my walls are gray. So I would probably want neutral tones. And then when you add blue, of course, blue has got like a grayish, or gray's got like a bluish tone to it. Now, I always tell people, you want pops of color, you make those pops of color, and you make it for you or whomever you're making it for. Now, there are times, like in the spring, I absolutely need that pop of color, because everything around me is dark and dull, and it just drives me crazy. Spring is usually the only time that I do pops of color. Or if I'm doing it for like Easter, which obviously is still in spring. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I'm going to sit this right here. I'm going to pull off the transfer tape just so it's ready to go. Now, you could reuse this transfer tape if you want to, placement tape, or you can recycle it or throw it away, whatever. I'm going to dry this. There's a little bleed right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to fix that real quick. You always want to dry it if there's a bleed to fix it. Now, if you're using a wood surface, you would sand that down and redo it. That's the best way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to grab my detail tool. I don't know if you guys can see that bleed. You see the bleed right underneath this little window right here. And then I see that there's a little bit of stuff right here. That's just caused from the transfer. And I'm just going to go across this. And then that little bleed is gone. See, it's gone just like that. I noticed right here there's a little bit of a, I don't know what I would call that, transfer color, I guess. So I always keep Q-tips on my desk for this reason. And I'm going to just spritz this with a little bit of water. And I'm just gonna, hold on, I need a little bit more. I didn't get it fully on there. There we go. And I'm just gonna kind of go over this. Just kind of clean up that little bit. It's only a little tiny bit. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of like a little bit of ghosting. I just don't obviously want that there. And then I'm going to dry this real quick, just so it doesn't get the transfer wet. And we're good to go. So now we're going to lay this back down. This time, I'm not going to press down anywhere that, hold on, anywhere that, it's a little hard to see because there's so much paste in the silk screen. So I'm actually going to line up the words because I know obviously that's going to line it up. And I'm just going to push down right here where I am actually going to chalk. So this is Ocean Mist. It's a really pretty color. And obviously you want your paste to be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. When you get your paste package, you just want to stir them up a little bit. And that by doing so, you just kind of move the paste around inside the little paste packet. And I'm just going to kind of go over it like that. I'm already seeing that it's drying pretty quickly because it's really warm in here today because it was really cold outside. And I'm anemic, so I get cold really easy. So I like to keep the house relatively warm. But, all right, there we go. And of course, your squeegees are reusable over and over and over and over. They're not gonna, you know, get messed up unless they do get messed up. Then obviously you would throw them out. But okay, so now let's get this dried, and then I'll show you guys the finished project. Now I'm seeing like there's a little bit of paste, and it's mainly from the transfer being still wet because obviously you don't dry the transfer. And let me lift this up so you guys can see. And here is the fun project right there. That is January's Club Couture. And I will put the link on how to join in the video up at the top. And I will also put the cart link of all the stuff that we used here today. I won't add the extra squeegees, but I might add the multi-tool and the detail tool just because those are great tools to have. Quick dry tool. And of course you can just take whatever you want out, or you don't even have to use the cart link. You can just join club and then, you know, go on a shopping spree, or just be like, no, I just want my club every month. A monthly subscription sounds amazing. And it is exclusive. So only club members can get this design. I love my club members. Every one of them are amazing, and they are just a great group of people. So if it's something you're interested in and you need more information, of course, you can reach out to me and ask any questions you want. And I will see you all here tomorrow for another cool demo on the mystery hostess party. And the more people we have and the more purchases are made, the bigger the reward will be for the mystery host. So I want everyone to have a fabulous night. Of course, reach out to me if you have any questions, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys, so much. All right.